now.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Just who the hell do you think I am? That's from a show called Yuri Lowenthal, which is still one of my favorite shows that I've ever worked on. It's so smart and has giant robots, and you can't go wrong.
Seriously.
So yes. As Sasuke, I will say that, but then let's hold off on some of the "can you say this?" maybe to the end, so we can get to some questions. But it's always so much fun. All right, here you go. Believe it, you loser. Oh, Sasuke, he's so angry. I mean, we all know why. But, so, question? Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
That's right.
All right. Miley Flanagan was here last year. She was great. Can you describe your relationship with her?
My relationship with Miley Flanagan, who does the voice for Naruto. Absolutely. Miley is awesome. And I love when she goes to cons because she freaks out people because a lot of people don't know that Naruto's played by a woman. And she doesn't look like Naruto at all, but she's got Naruto inside, boy, I'll tell you what. This is hilarious. I love her, and the only sort of drawback to working in anime, as far as that's concerned, is that you rarely get to work with the other people in the same room. We record, when we do dubs, we record solo, like, in a booth, in a closet. You have to use your imagination. So it's another reason I love coming to cons, is because I finally sometimes get to hang out with those people that apparently I work with all the time. I never get to see, even though we live in the same city. Miley's one of my favorite people, and we hang out when we can, but we usually end up hanging out more at cons than back in LA. And you'll see her. She like myself and my wife Tara, still does a lot of on camera and stuff. So you'll see her in movies all the time. Miley's always popping up in movies and on TV. I love her. It's always a nice surprise when I see her. Yes.
Okay. Possibly like 2 questions.
2 questions.
You answer in a character like that you voice.
Can I answer in a character that I voice? Any character?
Yeah.
Or a specific character?
Sasuke.
Okay. And you can answer any character you want, just as long as it's Sasuke. Okay. Yeah. No, I have to.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, why did you leave me with Naruto? Because I got stuck in Sexy No Jutsu. I'm Kakashi, so.
I know who you are, and my sensei, as much as I'd like to not own up to that. Okay? Why must you always come back and say, I was your sensei? I know that. I've learned so much more since then. And I left you with Naruto because I wanted to torture you. And I needed someone to keep him busy. So there you go. Yes.
One of the things I recognize you the most, was from a game called Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors, yes.
Yes, because Sensei is one of my favorite characters. So I was just wondering, how was it like working on that game? And I know you were another character in the game, but I cannot remember who it was that I
That's okay. I will tell you. The game is Dynasty Warriors, and I play sort of this hero type character named Sensei. And the cool thing about Dynasty Warriors is so much of it is from like Chinese history, and it's like Chinese history fan fiction in a way, which is super fun. And because I studied some Chinese history in college, every now and then we'll come across a name, and the director will go, that's pronounced, and I'm like, I know how it's pronounced. I studied Chinese history. And then I pronounce it, and it's totally wrong, and like, you should listen to me. Plus, we've also changed. They had like a pronunciation guide for some of the games, and then they decided to, like 3, 4, 5 games in, change the way certain characters' names were pronounced. I don't know why, but that's the way they did. Now, the other character I play in Dynasty Warriors is the magnificent Zhang He, who was fabulous. And everything is about beauty. I will destroy you with beauty. And he's sort of the opposite of Sensei, who's like, I'm going to charge in and beat all those people up. And John Hay is, dancing. And there's an amazing scene, or there's a cut scene where he leads all of his army army of officers in this dance routine. It's like a pata, kind of, and I was like, I love the Japanese for that. There's also one character that every now and then I come up with a voice that I have to accompany with some sort of movement or a stance for it to feel right to me. And with Jung He, I always have to follow it with my hand. I have to, like, if he's like,
and we will ride with the horses with beauty to destroy the other army.
like, I have to do this. Otherwise, it doesn't come out right.
Oh my.
Oh, no. You should just face me. All good. Thank you. Apparently you guys are rowdy and they're sending security. Of course not, you can't get out. Let's see, let's go back over here. Yes, sir.
Is there any work that you regret doing?
Any work that I regret doing? No. Because even if I had a terrible time, I always learned something.
And you get paid.
And, right. Not always. The thing about the entertainment industry is there's, I don't always get paid. I get paid as often as I can, but oftentimes there are, projects that I really want to be a part of and they don't have a budget, or that, a friend is producing and I do it as a favor. Or maybe they did a favor, maybe they came on Shelf Life and did something for us, and I wanted to return the favor. I found that the entertainment industry is made up of that type of barter system. It's favors for favors, especially when you're producing your own stuff. When you're working for, Disney or, Viz or something like that, and they have a budget for something, whatever it may be, that's great. But for some projects, passion projects, they don't always have a lot of money. But I didn't get into this business for the money. And anybody who does get into this business for the money, man, there are so many other things you could find to do that are a much more sure way of making money than this. But I can't think of any that are as much fun. So I always do it for the fun first. But the money is nice. I'm not gonna it's a hell of a way to make a living. So Naruto.
Robotech Comicon, were you voiced in there? Because I remember watching it and I heard your voice on. That's Sasuke.
Right. And that happens sometimes because a lot of my voices sometimes will end up being, similar enough so that you go, which is good on one hand because then I'm like, oh good, they'll recognize that it's me. But on the other hand, I don't want, to end up having all my voices sound alike. But I found that and he was talking about Robotech, the Shadow Chronicles, which was a Robotech movie that came as a follow-up to, Macross and, a lot of these other series that came way before. The coolest thing about getting to work on that was I'm a huge Robotech fanboy, and grew up, like when I was in high school and Robotech was on, I used to sometimes cut the end of, my school day to run home and make sure I got home in time for the opening credits to Robotech, which, wow, I'm setting a really horrible example for the children of today. Cut school so you can watch anime! But then again, now I get to do this for a living. I played Marcus Rush in that, and it was one of those fanboy moments, which still happened to me a lot in this business. I never thought I'd get to work on a Robotech thing. I thought it was done. And then this opportunity came up, and I got a chance to audition for it. And what you do in those situations is you try not to freak out too much, because you love it so much. There are these certain things.